Welcome back to North Star Boating. We're Stu, Aaron, Alden, and Hazel, and we're so glad you're here. As we count down to boating season, we're looking back at one of our favorite trips from last year. 1,000 plus miles, 2 countries, 14 harbor towns, 9 islands, 9 nights at anchor, all in one unforgettable 21-day journey. Where are you going this year? Do you plan ahead or wing it? Drop a comment, we'd love to know. Heading north for a summer boat trip is our favorite tradition. We usually make a long run on day 1, and if we can get north of the 45th parallel, even better. This year, we made a new first stop, 126 miles from our home port in Holland to Arcadia, and we loved it. Arcadia is a quiet, small town with a harbor that opens right onto Lake Michigan. On day 2, we head 83 miles farther north to Charlevoix the Beautiful. Beaches, rock hounding, swimming, ferries to Beaver Island, mushroom houses, and the drawbridge. This scenic northern Michigan town has it all, with some of the most beautiful water around. In the Straits of Mackinac, just west of the Mackinac Bridge, sits St. Helena Island, a small, uninhabited island. On day 3, we traveled 53 miles from Charlevoix to St. Helena for another overnight anchorage. We met up with friends from the Great Lakes Lighthouse Keepers Association and toured the 63-foot lighthouse built in 1873, a real highlight of the stop. We also loved the views of the bridge, a beautiful sunset, and watching eagles in their nest overhead. We've had a great start to the trip, but if you've seen the full episodes, you know we ran into a couple of mishaps 2 days in a row. Yes, you heard that right. 2 mishaps 2 days in a row. Despite keeping a close watch, we hit log debris while cruising 2 days in a row. The sound and impact were terrifying. Thankfully, there was no damage to the North Star or crew. As you can see here, the dark water makes the debris nearly impossible to see. Traveling under the Mackinac Bridge is a family highlight. Once east of the bridge, we officially entered Lake Huron. On day 4, we made a short 14-mile passage from St. Helena Island to Mackinac Island, another family tradition. Mackinac Island is a historic, car-free destination known for its Victorian charm, horse-drawn carriages, and fudge with over 80% preserved as a state park. As much as we enjoyed the energy of Mackinac Island, we also love the quiet beauty of nearby Round Island, a peaceful, uninhabited escape known for its historic lighthouse and wilderness, accessible only by boat. On day 5, we crossed into Canadian waters, an especially meaningful milestone as Mom grew up in Canada and much of our family is still there. After a quick fuel stop and detour, we completed a 74-mile run from Mackinac Island to Richards Landing, Ontario. After clearing customs, we then settled in for a 2-night stay on anchor right in front of Grandma and Grandpa's house. Beardrop Harbour, near the west end of the Whalesback Channel and the North Channel, is an incredibly beautiful anchorage. After 2 days with family, we traveled 78 miles east and spent the 7th day of our trip here. We loved exploring the island, swimming, hearing, and spotting loons nearby. From Beardrop Harbour, we continued 44 miles through Little Detroit Cut, stopping for a swim in the Benjamin Islands at the Pink Granite Sow and Pigs. We then made our way to Little Current on Manitoulin Island, the world's largest freshwater island. Known for its strong currents and iconic swing bridge, Little Current is a true hub of the North Channel. We loved our time here and even met Roy Eaton, the voice of the Little Current Cruisers Net. Baie is a renowned 10 nautical mile long freshwater fjord in Ontario, Canada, located within Killarney Provincial Park in the North Channel. What an incredible spot! At the end of Bay Fin, we reached the pool, our home for day 10, surrounded by stunning scenery and a hike to the crystal clear waters of Topaz Lake. We've linked each day of the trip. Check them out if you haven't already. From the pool and Bay Fin, we traveled 30 miles to breathtaking covered Portage, one of the most unique anchorages in the North Channel. With its narrow entrance and towering rock walls, it feels like entering a hidden cove. Once inside, it opens into a calm, protected basin surrounded by rugged cliffs and incredible scenery. A short 4-mile boat ride brought us to the fabulous Killarney Mountain Lodge for day 12 of our adventure. Set in the heart of Killarney, it's a classic boating destination known for its rugged granite landscapes, welcoming marina, and incredible lodge right on the water. What a trip we've been having! Killarney Mountain Lodge marks our turnaround point. We've now traveled over 530 miles from our home port. On day 13, we continued 64 miles from Killarney to Gore Bay, a small, welcoming harbor town on the north shore of Manitoulin Island. On day 14, we headed back to the U.S. and cleared customs on Drummond Island. We also waited out some weather and a lot of rain and spent an extra day exploring nearby Harbour Island National Wildlife Refuge. Next stop, Petoskey. We traveled 106 miles through the Straits of Mackinac, Gray's Reef, and into Little Traverse Bay. Known for its waterfront, charming downtown, and sweeping bay views, Petoskey was a great stop, and we enjoyed it all. Another family favorite is Suttons Bay. We traveled 50 miles south on Lake Michigan from Petoskey to Suttons Bay to spend day 17 on anchor. A charming coastal village on Grand Traverse Bay, it's a perfect stop to relax and take in the scenery. Day 18 took us 78 miles from Suttons Bay to Frankfort as we continued our journey south. We enjoyed another great anchorage, time at the beach, swimming off the back of the North Star, and a trip ashore using the dinghy dock to explore town. From Frankfort, our next passage was 52 miles south to Ludington. Known for its beaches, boating, and fishing, it's another great stop along the way. We love staying at Harborview Marina for its easy walk into town, great pool and hot tub, and convenient laundry facilities. Ludington is also home to the SS Badger, the last coal-fired steamship in the U.S., still running ferry service across Lake Michigan. Our final 93 miles brought us all the way back to Mackinac, home after an incredible 21-day adventure. From start to finish, it was filled with amazing weather, stunning scenery, plenty of fuel stops, and even more smiles and memories. If you have enjoyed the journey, don't forget the full episodes are available to watch, so you can follow along day by day. Please like, comment, and subscribe to North Star Boating. We'd love to hear where your boat trips are taking you this season. Drop it in the comments below. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Plus, check out our newly launched website for more from the North Star. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We hope to see you out on the water.